Okay, test 1, 2. Okay, I think we're good. Anyway, welcome back everybody to Roleplay Storytelling Part 5. Alright. Yeah, I should be fine. Anyway, where we last left off at Demigraw and the corruption of the Supreme Kai. There we go. Now it's adjusting. Anyway, yes, we left off with Supreme Kai having been corrupted by Demigraw, red eyes and all. So, I went off to Lord Beerus's planet to train, while Vegeta had just attained Super Saiyan 5 and ran off. So, before you don't mind the different color armor, it was for a different thing, that you will hear about at a later date. For now, let's good enough. Yeah. And get my scouter on. There we go. Anyway. So, Supreme Kai has just been corrupted and left with Demigraw. And while Cross tends the Bra and everyone, and Goku goes to do other things, I head off to Lord Beerus' to train. So, let me go to Lord Beerus' planet here. Alright, so I instantly start searching for Whis as soon as I appear at Lord Beerus' planet. And I go, Whis! Because this is obviously an emergency. And Whis obviously is sigh lightly, hearing his name, and just teleports over to me. And I tell him, I'm sorry, Whis, but the time for rest is gone. Demigraw has brainwashed Cronulla, and he plans to use it to destroy the Demon Realm. I need to get stronger while the others help search for him. And I tell him, any price, please, you name it. I failed to protect her, and I'm not going to fail to save her. And obviously, my eyes are obviously burning with rage, and a little tear stain, because, you know.
Greetings.
You can guess. And Whis stares down for a moment. Apparently having old memories brought back, he takes a deep breath. And he's like, have you decided the choice you need to make? And I nod at him. And I tell him, if that's what I have to do, Whis, the others, Vegeta got Super Saiyan 5. They think we can do it, and I trust them. I tell them, I need to break my limit, you know? Don't worry about this preset, people, that'll come very soon. Let's just use the normal. And Yes, I have Topo in them, as you already know. And Pycon. Don't worry about that there. I'm working on getting the rest of the characters, but we're getting there. Anyway. I tell him I need to break my limit so I can handle Demigirl and anything he throws. And I tell him, you know, I show him how my energy was bursting out and how it almost defeated Demigirl. But he got away. And how I need to get prepared. And how I don't really care if Beerus kills me or anything. I need to save the spring guy. So we, obviously taking the hint, you know, says at this point it would nearly be impossible teaching you Ultra Instinct with the emotions you're in, so I'm guessing you're heading the Destroyer's path? Yes. Keep in mind, people, I did consider becoming the next God of Destruction. And I tell him I might be able to calm myself, so it's not out of the question. And I say, Gohan tells me learn how to. And I end up naturally returning to base form because I do what Gohan taught me to clear my mind, to relax. And, you know, I'm actually normal. I relax. And Whis is like, maybe there might be a chance, but that will take you lots of practice, especially when Goku was training. And I just smile, and I'm like, I'm aware, I'm willing to do it, and I'm willing to have a partner. You know, I'm obviously a little calmer than when I arrived. And Whis is like, you will be facing someone other than a partner. And he warps away for a moment. And I'm waiting, remembering Bra had my scouter, because keep in mind, this is before Cross arrived getting me my scouter back. And Whis appears Beerus. So, let's grab Beerus, because you can already guess where this is going. Excuse the hiccup. Oh, there he is. I was going to say, do I not have Beerus? Oh, okay, yeah.
Before creation comes destruction.
Anyway, he's like, you seriously brought me all the way here for this, Whis. And Whis is like, remember what you said last time, my lord. And Beerus is like, yeah, I didn't forget. Anyway, what's the closest I'm going to get to Beerus' planet? Probably Spring Kai World. And obviously, I'm a little unsure watching this, because, you know, this is the God of Destruction. And then instantly, the image of, you know, Spring Kai's red eyes flashed, and I'm just like, no matter what, I will save you. And Beerus is like, what are you babbling on about now? He's yawning, rubbing his eyes like a typical, you know, cat. Or, well, typical Lord Beerus, let's be honest, he always is tired. And hold on here, I gotta scroll down a little. Alright. Then I just stare at him with a serious look. You know, I tell him, Demigirl's taking Granola? Granola. Yeah. I still can't pronounce that crap. Anyway. brainwashed her so that she helps destroy the demon realm. My fault. One, I plan to fix no matter, the cost. I'm doing this like half paying attention, by the way, so I'm sorry if I lose. And I said I won't let anything stop me. And it's like, and it would seem Whis has something planned. And of course, Cross appears, throwing me my scouter before he's leaving again. So I catch it, and I don't even bother to turn my head and look. And I put it back on, and I'm gonna spare you all this because literally just some. Well, I don't know. It'll sound cheesy because it's just an inspirational speech, but I'll go ahead and tell it for you guys' sake. Basically, I say, I know you can hear this too, Vegeta. Listen up. Granola has been taken, and it's up to us to get her back. We must come together more than ever now. Everyone we love and know is at risk as long as he has her, aka Demigirl. And as long as Toa and Mira live. Together we can bring them down, stay strong, work together, and show them why we don't mess with the Time Patrol. Yes, I know, cheesy, but roleplays, gotta get into it a little bit, right? Anyway, gotta feel it. Anyway, as I was saying, Beerus is like, he usually does. But if Konoha has been brainwashed easily by this demon, then sadly she must be destroyed if she becomes a danger to the timeline. Demigirl along with her. He scratches his chin. Definitely can't have the Grand Priest involved, so I better do my job and destroy them from reality until we get someone to replace her position. Now, my dude's not happy to hear this. And bursts into full power, obviously. No longer giving two craps if Beerus even tries to destroy me. And I'm just like, over my dead body. I should probably pause this so that, And I'm just like, you want to fight? Fine. Anyway. Where is it? I just lost my spot. Alright. Anyway, Beerus is like, don't be a hero, kid. You got my interest, but this is definitely getting out of hand, and calls for a destroyer to take care of this now. Come on. There we go. Sorry, I'm opening a Pepsi here. Sorry about that. Anyway. And after that, I grit my teeth, basically saying, I don't give a crap what you think, Lord Beerus. I made a promise to her, and I tend to keep it, even if I have to die in the process. And, my eyes start shining a little bit, because, my aura's growing, I'm getting extremely angry here, because, he's mentioning about, killing my girlfriend. Heck yeah, I'm gonna be ticked. Yeah. I tell him I don't give a crap. And he takes a deep breath, his, usual aura. It's Beerus. He's gonna have the purple aura. He's like, you dare speak to me like that, I'll definitely punish you dearly. And he starts leaving a trail of destruction behind him. And I'm just like, bring it. I swore I would see Demigirl die. And I will! Okay, here's, I'm like, this actor here, boy. Yeah, let me do this, please. There we go. There we go. Okay, now it's accurate. Oh, let me actually pay attention for a second here. something all completely one-sided. Anyway, there we go. And he teleports in front of me, and he sends me flying over to the lake by flicking me in the head. Like a beer's, right? Just flick to the forehead. Dang it wouldn't charge. Oh.
This is payback.
So I flip in midair, recovering. And I fire an earth-shattering Gatling gun at him. And yeah, there you go, like that. That's the exact words. Ha! Anyway, he smacks the beam away over to the ground and started charging up his aura and charges over at me, slamming me down to the ground, making a huge crater. And of course, I just go, ah! Ah! You get the hint. Anyway. I plant down my hands, I flip back, but then I flip forward, like, forward. You got back flips and forward flips, forward flip. And I kick him in the chest. Basically, it's a front flip kick or something like that. It's a move that is used by Super Saiyan 3 Goku in Ultimate Battle 22. A very old Dragon Ball game from the PlayStation 1 era that Kagi Films actually played once. Sadly, he didn't have a manual, so he didn't know how to do anything. Actually, I do have a manual. If he ever plays that again, I'll have to, see if I can tell him what the moves are. But that's if I ever hear from him. Anyway. Pause that for a second so I can read. He gets hit in the chest, and he leans over for a moment. But then he looks at me and punches my gut a couple times when he smacks me in the face with his tail. And obviously, it hurts, and I cough out some blood, because, to be honest, take a few shots to the gut, you're gonna get hurt. But then I also look at him and I just go, Solar Flare! Because, let's be honest, who hasn't relied on Solar Flare? You're gonna see that trick a lot in this roleplay. I'm gonna tell you that now. And he's like, ah! You bastard! Because, he's blind. I blinded him. Anyway, I kick him hard in the head, and then I, as he's starting to fly off, I grab his tail and I slam him a couple times to the ground, like, I'm not done yet. Doing basically this. And of course he's like, ah, because he's getting slammed around. Then he angles himself and backhands me in the head because he angled himself upside down and hits me hard. And then he fires a blast into my back. And I get sent a few yards, and then, I charge up more, powering up, and knock it off with my energy. And then I appear in front of him and throw a hard shot to his jaw. And he takes it, and then he glares at me and grabs my face, and yeah, he pretty much grabs my face and makes a ki blast explode my face, to put it in simple terms. I am rambling real bad today, I can't help it. Notice that? Anyway, I go flying, and I hit the ground really hard, because, I'm struggling to get up, and I start chuckling. He's like, And of course, Beerus, being Beerus, in a bad mood, is like, what the heck are you laughing about? Do I really want to bore you guys with this part? To put it simply, I just go on a ramble about how he pretty much maybe reminded me how I'm actually not as weak as I thought, because the fact I'm not completely dead yet fighting the God of Destruction. Even if he's not going full power, because, let's be honest, one touched Vegeta's forehead and he dropped Vegeta, so, you know. And how I wasn't going to let people down, come at me. And Beerus basically was just like, then show me everything you have before erasing you from existence. So, I try to gather a bit of energy I have left, you know? And let's change up the preset here. And then I smirked looking at him like, I may die this day, Lord Beerus. But know this, I won't go down easily. And then I start to charge at him. Why not? I don't use that preset as often as I should. Change it up a little bit here, so they ain't getting boring. Anyway. I vanish right before, I get to him, and then I appear behind him sledgehammering him. And I start firing some blasts at him. And it sends him to the ground, and he's taking the blast to his back. Then I go and fire a Kamehameha at him. My, black super Kamehameha, because that's basically, I'm not using the normal one, I'm using Black's ultimate, Goku Black's ultimate. Anyway. He turns over and he takes the blast head on, and it takes a huge explosion. And I don't let up, and I start charging up a Dragon Fist. And I fire it out at him, but he ends up teleporting beside me, and he throws a chop to my neck. Like, don't get full of yourself. Where'd it go? I guess we'll just keep it here for now. And of course, I go limp, because, it's usually what happens. But I end up flipping, and because I managed to recover enough, and I land on my feet. Do you mind, Beerus? I'm trying to do something here. Anyway. I tell him I'm not done. No, actually, I grab him, and I just go, not yet! Because, obviously, I'm not gonna give up easily yet. Crap, I'm almost out of stamina. Here, take that. Excuse me, busy. Anyway. I headbutt him and throw a hard knee into his chin. Here, you can have this. Oh wow, didn't know you could do that. Okay, hold on here. It don't matter anyway. Anyway. He's like, you're really annoying me! And he ends up putting a Hakai ball into my chest, like right against me, and starts making it expand. and I'm like trying to fight it off. But it's, you know, let's be honest, a Hakai ball is not something you just easily bat away. Unless you're Vegeta. Anyway, I start hearing a voice in my head. I'm just like, huh? Who's there? Who's there? Who's yelling? What? And Beer's just like, now babbling again. And he makes it bigger. And, you know, I start accepting death here because I just don't expect to live. Good. But then I end up hearing it again, and it's just like, who? Again, you'll find out what this preset is for in due time. And I end up hearing Vegeta's voice. Xeno Vegeta, mind you. Best way to put it, this boy. I know this is GT Super Saiyan 4, but just follow me here. We don't have the Xeno guys here. Anyway, he's like, what a disgrace, giving up already. That's not the way of a true Saiyan warrior. You're giving up on Konoha already? I thought you were willing to give everything you had for her. Are you just gonna accept your fate like this? I'm trying not to yell, by the way. It's like almost 6 in the morning. Because I'm up a little early. Like I woke up a bit early, but anyway. And, you know, I'm hearing it and I'm struggling to hold on. I'm just like, I don't know if I can do this, Vegeta. I'm at my limit and I don't know how to break it. And I can't do this alone. Which is true. I don't know how to break the limit after a certain point.
Before creation comes destruction.
Anyway, Vegeta's I'm just going to talk normal for this, because I know you probably like the voices, but I'm trying to be a little easier on my throat, so I'm just going to read this normal for now. Anyway, he's like, each Saiyan were able to reach new heights, breaking limits, and he's like, you're at your breaking point. Didn't you already give that speech for nothing? You know, did you give that speech for nothing? Does your, you know, does Konoha mean nothing to you? And, you know, how it usually goes with limit breaking, you know, it's like, I can't give up. And, you know, I'm just like, I can't fail again. I failed her so many times before. And I'm slowly starting to push the ball a little. So Beer, seeing that, is just like, still got some fight in you, huh? And, you know, flicks his finger, making the spear 10 times bigger. It's like, really, Beers? But yeah, he does that, and I'm struggling more. And I'm just like, Vegeta, everyone just please help. Give me some of your power. Give me some of your Saiyan pride. And Cross was just like, you just gotta believe. It's on the way, buddy. And Vegeta is like, you already have it inside you. You just gotta look deep within yourself. And Whis just like, Because Whis, you know, he observes. Sorry, I'm like trying to... there it is. Sorry. Anyway, where was I? Anyway, I start feeling this odd calmness, you know. And, you know, I'm just like, what is this? Why do I feel so much power? Is this like just a perfected version of this? I know this is probably not how it's obtained. I haven't read the manga, so please don't freaking rip me a new one over this, people. I actually haven't read a manga for Dragon Ball. I've seen them, but I've never actually read one yet. I'm on yet. Anyway. And Beerus, obviously watching this, is just like, well, this is interesting. Let's just get you off my back. Pause this so I can actually scroll this down. And then after that, I'm just, I start, shining a bit brighter because I'm getting like a master version of Blue Evolution here. And I'm just like, hang on, Cronoa, I'm coming for you. Because, the whole point of this is to get stronger so I can hopefully save Spin Kai. And Beerus floats back, putting his hand on his head. Like he's chilling out a long thing. And I end up forcing the ball back and then just kicking it away, almost like a soccer ball, Almost. And Beerus obviously smirking because he saw me get free, and obviously he was, obviously he knew that would motivate me a bit. Beerus being Beerus, training you in his own way. Even if it kills you, he don't care. Anyway. Then I start looking at him, obviously in a very icy tone stare. I am about to die, and I can't have that, so... Cheating, I'm sorry, but story purpose here. Anyway, back to the roleplay here. I literally tell him, I promised her I would save her, and I plan to keep it. And he just starts chuckling lightly, and landing on the ground with his aura disappearing like, seems like you're showing some promises. And I just landed like, eh? I tilt my head like, because I'm not sure what's going on. And he's like, if you're that determined to save Cronoa, then that badly, prove it then. And then obviously taking the hint that he, was doing that on purpose, I smirk and I nod and I bow at him. I'm just like, yes, Lord Beerus, and do forgive me for my harsh words. He's like, I can make an exception. Plus, you quite remind me of
Hello, people of
Plus, sorry, I'm tongue twisting myself. He says, I can make an exception. Plus, you put up quite a fight. You remind me much of Goku that I know of.
I'll be collecting votes during the voting period, so come see me.
Anyway, I'm just like, huh.
Look forward to everyone
Gohan
joining
said
in on
that
the
too.
fun.
I hate to ask, but do any of you know where I could find Demigra? Any help would be appreciated. Because, obviously, none of us know where to find Demigra. And we want Demigra. Anyway, don't worry, this ain't the end of the fights yet. Far from it. Anyway. Beerus is like, no, not exactly. We're supposed to know, but I'm not going to repeat what he said. And I just look over at him like, please, Whis, if you know, it would really help. And Whis is like, oh, I'm sorry, I already said I looked, and they're blocking me off where they're currently at, but I can only see farther back of what they did. I'm just like, anything we can work with will do. We need leads, and we have none. And then, of course, I remember a bit of a vital clue here. And I'm just like, wait, I think I know how to find them. I'll give you a second to guess. You guys can leave your guesses here in a moment. I'll wait. I'm going to tell you anyway, but just go ahead and take a second here. Pause if you like. And, Take a guess. What do you think it is? Because I honestly need a second anyway. Let me get a drink here while you guess. Good old Pepsi. Anyway, Beers is like, and that is. And I tell him, the Black Star Balls. And if you guess that, ding ding ding, you're right. You get a cookie. And I tell him, we had only one when we started with Demigras. If we can get a hold of one, they will have one option but to either come to us or we find them searching for them. Which you gotta admit is a brilliant plan, because if we have even at least one, they're eventually gonna have to come to us to get it if they want it. And Beerus is like, not a bad idea. And Whis is like, seems like Vegeta's already on the move. And then I hit the comms, the good old comm button. And I call in and I say, I need Goku, Vegeta, Cross, I need everyone to meet in the Spring Kai's chambers. And I might know how to get Demigras on them before, I put some fingers on my head for instant transmission, because I don't know how to Kai like the Kais do, where they can just teleport around. And I tell him, thanks, Lord Beerus. And, I vanish. And, I say thanks to Whis too. And Beerus is just like, typical Beerus. Anyway, while this was all going on, Cross is here chatting with Bra. Yes, we're gonna backtrack a little bit, but I don't want you guys missing too much here. They're sitting here talking about, if they should go help and all that. And he gives her a hug from the side, like, Bra, you're a good kid. Bra's just like, I'm 18. Because he's like, you know what I mean. And of course, Bra, being Bra, is just like, whatever. How Bra always is. And he's like, anyway, look into the Heavenly King's existence, could you? And Bra is like, I don't even know what that is. And I appear, obviously still in the Master Blue Evolution. I'm just like, Bra. And Cross is like, oh hey Draco. And Bra's like, oh good, you're back. You've gotten much stronger. And actually I should probably head to the Kai area for this. Gotta keep it accurate. Accurate. There we are. Anyway. We'll just, she's technically not here right now, but we'll still say hello to our lovely Cronoa. Hello, love. Anyway, we'll go over here by Trunks. There you go. Anyway. As I was saying. Anyway. I asked, Bra, your mom still got that special dragon radar that can detect the black star balls? And Goku ends up walking in with Broly behind him. He's like saying, I have that. And Cross is like, hey, big guy. And I'm just like, perfect. And, hey, Broly. And I look at him. And I'm just like, okay, Vegeta, I hope you're listening over the comms, because I don't know where he is. Broly's like, hello. And Goku's just like, I haven't heard back from Vegeta. And I hold the comm, like, I'm just like, Vegeta, I hope you can hear us. Here's the plan. We know the Spring Kai was gathering the Black Star balls, so Toa and Mir take their hands on them, right? So, and I end up telling them, what would happen if we ended up getting one. Like, we could either find them while searching for them, or they end up coming to us trying to get the balls themselves. And that, we need to get Demigod away from the Spring Kai, so we can either find a way to break his spell on her, or kill Demigod. Because that's the only chance to get her back without, And Broly's like, hopefully you get the message, and for those who are just tuning in and don't know, we're talking about Dragon Ball Super Broly from the movie, not normal Broly, not like that. We're talking Super Broly. For those who don't remember that, or don't know. And Goku's like, I'm sure he did. And Bra's looking at the scroll, not getting a further update. And she's like, what are you doing over there, Dad? And I'm just like, me too, big guy. We need everyone. They're expecting us. We need to work together. Watch their backs. Blah, blah, blah. I know I ramble a lot about this. And I tell him, Broly, I won't ask you to take ball off, but I ask that you at least put some fresh armor on you, Because they're not going to pull their punches, and, if you feel yourself starting to slip, go ahead and get out, because he's thinking of coming with me. And he looks down at his ball ear, because keep in mind, he wears that. And he starts rubbing it a little before he, unwraps it and lets it drop to the ground. He's just like, what do you think is best for me? And I just put a hand on his shoulder, and I tell him, once we get fitted, you can put him back on, so he's with you. I won't take that from him. Because I know how much that means to Broly. And, he smiles, and he says thank you, because, he knows I would never make him actually get rid of Ba. So, I finally turn back to base form, and I tell him, this is going to be hard, but if we don't get Spring Kai out of there, Beerus is going to destroy her, so we can't afford to be, So Cross is like, right. And Broly, he starts gripping his hand a little tightly, and it's just like, I won't let that happen. Because, Broly, being the passionate person that he is, he, given he was a good friend of mine, he doesn't want to see me upset. And Goku's just like, we won't. And I tell him, I'm not going to force you guys to come. There's a lot at stake. You all have families and lives, and I would understand if you didn't want to come or can't. No one's going to think lesser. And I was like, who's going to come with me? Who's going to come with me to save some guy? And I even turned on comms so that Gohan and anyone else would be able to hear me. Like, who's with me? Cross, he lays a hand on my shoulder, like, I'm with you. And Goku mentions, he didn't hear it on comm, and he taps his ear a few times. Because, like, strange. And then I just, it's like, I tell him, and she jammed it. And I tell Goku, like, if you can, get a hold of Gohan, the rest of you that are with me, head to the nearest Black Star Ball, let's get back, Because Spring Kai obviously jammed the comms. So Goku walks out of the chambers, And he adds up. You know, he's like, alright. So I turn to Bra. I'm just like, Bra, you still got my armor on you? And she's like, no, you told me to keep it under the desk. Because I didn't want the, shattered armor being seen. And I'm just like, oh well, no time for a new set. And Bra, thanks. Because, if you haven't come, I wouldn't have known about this happening. And I just give her a hug, like, and thanks for believing me. Get used to the cheesy moments, people. This is anime for you. Anyway. She gives me she just gives me a hug back, and just like, you're welcome. And Goku's like, we should find Vegeta. And I just say, I hope I can repay the favor, and I look over, and it's like, I'm just like, you said he was on planet Namek? And Bara's like, yeah, he's back there, and the scroll hasn't shown any updates yet. And of course, she gets asked, does it usually? And she's like, yeah, but without Spring Kai, it won't get further updates real quick. And I tell him, that's just where we go. We will go there and keep us up to date as best she could. And then we head over to Namek, to get our Kai back. So this is where we go to Namek. Thank God I don't have as much scrolling on Namek either, so this won't be as hard to find. Well, won't be hard to find that spot anyway. I gotta actually find Namek here. There it is, right below the moon. Upsy daisies, ups we go. Because we went to Namek earlier for a thing that I can't mention, because that's spoiler. Anyway, here we go. Anyway, we arrive, and Broly's with me. Only Broly, by the way. I don't know this yet. Anyway, I'm looking around and I'm trying to find Vegeta. And Broly's just like, whoa, because he's never seen the place before. I'm just like, I can barely sense his energy. I should probably change scenery for this, by the way. Don't mind the anomaly there. I've done the DLC story I did with Betna. I just haven't done it with this character yet. Anyway, I'm just like, everyone stay close and don't stray too far. Being alone is the last thing we can afford right now. And Broly's just like, Draco, who are you talking to other than me? And again, I didn't know Broly's the one who came. I'm just like, oh, right, sorry. And if it feels like it's too much for you, Broly, head back, okay? Because I tell him, if it feels like you got too much going on, because of how he hasn't fully mastered his Super Saiyan yet, he can lose himself. Anyway, let me just do Guru, there you are. And he's just like, how can it be when it feels peaceful out here? And I'm just like, yeah? But we don't know where Vegeta is, what Vegeta's here for, so guard up, okay, buddy? Don't mind our little Frieza friend here. He's just like, alright, and he looks around, seeing destroyed village. And I'm following, Vegeta's energy, Yeah, actually, let's do this while we're doing this. Ooh, Nappa and Vegeta, perfect. And I feel like getting somewhat stronger, and I'm just like, this way. And I start heading in the direction, And Cross tries to contact me through the comms, which are jammed currently. But he's like, it feels like it's north of your direction. And Broly's walking with me, and he sets his Vegeta, and he starts walking around a corner of a cliffside, seeing Vegeta in a crater. And Vegeta's laying there with half his armor destroyed. I'm just like, huh? Vegeta! And I started trying to give him energy, and I'm just like, hang on. You know, like, hang on, buddy. I actually put 1, but I meant on because I put it, yeah. Speaking of Vegeta. Vegeta, you know, he smacks away my arm, just like, I don't need it, moron. Because Vegeta being Vegeta. Stubborn as always. I'm just like, I see you too. You know, I sigh, and just like, what are you doing out here anyway?
Hand over the Dragonball if you want to leave in one.
As said, Vegeta being Vegeta, studying. Just give it up, Vegeta. You're not winning this. There you go. Anyway. I need to take this second and scroll down. Anyway. He reaches into his pocket and ends up pulling a Dark Star ball out. He's like, getting this before the comms were jammed. So, realizing this, I'm just like, no, he can't be here now. Broly, get Vegeta. Get the ball out of here now. Because if he's here with the ball, that means trouble's obviously going to follow. And Cross, again, even though the comms are jamming, is still trying to contact, like, Broly, can you hear me? And Broly's just like, no, I heard enough of the android guy. I'm taking care of him, because... oh, nope. Okay, no, actually, I'm sorry I skipped a part. I end up patting his shoulder like, nice one, come on, we gotta get you out of here so you can recover. And basically, Vegeta's like, not until I killed the android. I was like, android? Or Broly is. That's when I'm like, get him out of here, because that android obviously is trouble. Or Cyborg, where the villain from Absalom is. That android cyborg dude I know nothing about. And Broly's like, I'm taking care of him, and he ends up, you know, looking around because he don't have a comm in his ear. Not that he could hear it anyway. Trying to find him. I'm just like, Broly, no, you can't. He'll make you lose control on purpose. And Cross is just like, I need to get Broly out of there because, again, doesn't know the comms are jammed. And Vegeta's just like, and barely staying up. Broly's just like, it's best we take care of him now than running away. And, you know, Broly has good intentions. Like, he really does. Apparently we killed Nappa. I'm an idiot. Of course, I'm trying to multitask here, so... yeah, bear with me. There it is. That Dragon Ball. Fitting. Anyway... I grab Vegeta and I end up teleporting him real quick to the chamber. Like, I instant transmission him. Before I return, and I even tell him, we gotta get you out of here first. They get that ball, we're in trouble. And then I return, and I'm just like, Broly, please, you have no idea what you're dealing with. because I'm actually worried. You know, I'm trying to find Broly wherever he went off to. And the cyborg, he lands down on a cliff, you know, staring at us, you know, like a new challenger, more recruitment. And of course, Broly's like, Where did it? Ah, there you go. 3 more to go. I'm going to seal over in here. Ah, there you are. Buried in the snow. Happy trees, happy snow. Bless you, cat. Anyway. I end up hunting down Broly's key, and I dash fast as I can. Like, obviously I'm still trying to get a hold of Brawl. Like, Brawl, get Chile on. If this guy gets Broly, we don't have a chance of winning. And, you know, Broly just gently, you know, puts a hand on my shoulder and just moves me over. Like, have faith in me. And he starts flying towards him. Hush up that beeping here.
Maybe that was a tad too.
And after scanning Broly, the cyborg smiles. And it's just like, my. Broly, the legendary Super Saiyan, son of Paragish and Keisha. Broly's just like, you know my mother? And he's just like, after getting data, yes. Yes, I surely do. Cat, you are making this hard to do when your big butt is right on top of the mouse. If you're gonna take a bath, go do it somewhere else. Anyway, I'm a bit concerned watching. I'm just like, okay, I trust you, Broly. Just remember, this guy's partially why I nearly died. Don't underestimate him. But I know you can do it. Because I know Broly could handle this probably just fine. But I know what happens if he gets a little too, you know. So anyway, Broly walks over and, you know, he's like, why you hurt my friends? And of course the cyborg proceeds to tell him, because they didn't see the opportunity I was giving them, the chance of growing stronger. Chance of ending this conflict once and for all. The chance to serve under me to fight a greater purpose. I see much potential in you, Broly. Join me and I will fully unleash the full extent of your power and destroy your enemies in the end. I can grant you that which you desire. I should probably pay attention to where I'm flying. I probably look like I'm flying under the influence right now. Yes, I do look like I'm flying under the influence. Wow. Anyway, Broly's like, thanks, but no thanks. I already have everything I want here. And of course, I was like, another disappointment. So, I'm keeping watch for Toa or Demigra or, you know, anyone, and I'm just, while this is going on, and I say, I will for you, Cronoa. You know, I'm kind of just mumbling to myself, because, you know. And I'm watching, and I'm like, you can do it, big guy. I have faith in you, just like you did in me. And then the fight proceeds to start by Broly yelling, the only disappointment is you. And he punches his face hard. Obviously, the cyborg standing there, he's just like, I didn't want to kill you, but so be it. And then he throws a heavy shot to his chest, sending Broly through a couple plateaus, making him crash into the water. I'm just like, hang in there, big guy, you can beat him. And I try to calm Goku, and it's like, Goku, I got Vegeta back to the chamber. Get over there and make sure he's secure. And the cyborg's like, you forget your comms are jammed right. And it's just like, still have a bone to pick, Alright. So I power up, you know. He's like, And I'm staying in base form, mind you. like, you've gotten stronger since the last time we faced. It's like, I have a score to settle with you too. After I turn you to scrap, Demigirl's next. Obviously in a bad mood. And Cyborg's just like, Demigirl? I'm just gonna put it that way, Demigirl. Because he has no clue who that is, apparently. Before we all feel the area start, you know, shaking quite violently. Like, Nani? And Broly comes out of the ground, tackling the cyborg against a mountain. And I silently just watch, like, you got this, Broly, just don't lose your cool. Anyway, I should come over here. Actually, I need to... actually, no, this should be fine. I can't simulate this perfectly, but I'm going to try.
Back off. Get away from me.
And because we don't have the said cyborg android, what would be a good substitute today? Let's go with 13. And we're on Namek, so wait. Where are you? There we are, Namek. Anyway, I power down to avoid, dragging attention because I don't want to bring Toe in them here. And I try to use telepathy to get a hold of Goku or Vegeta or anyone. Because, us Saiyans, Ow, douche. Anyway. Cross just like, Draka, can you hear me? And I'm using the telepathy, mind you. So I'm like, Broly's fighting the android, but I need to ensure the ball and Vegeta are secured. We can't lose this. And I just keep walking the fight. I'm watching the two battle it out. You behave. There we go. Anyway, Cross is like, okay, I'm on it, location retrieve, I'm heading your way now. I tell him, I already sent Vegeta back. I just need to go back to the nest and make sure everything stays secure. Make it really hard, 13. To tell a story and do this at the same time. What the heck was that? That's gonna suck. Come on. Hang in there. Hang in there. These work? Should work. Aw, damn. Hey, I forgot. He has babies. Back hit. Oh, pooey. Anyway. And he's just like, okay, thanks. Anyway. Broly ends up causing the whole mountain range to explode with green. And the cyborg lands over by a Namekian village after, getting pushed out of the smoke. And Broly throws dozens of green orbs at him because he's in his Inkiri form, aka the Rage version of Broly, where he's got the yellow eyes and spiked hair, but still base. And the cyborg holds out his hand, grabbing each of the orbs in his hand until they end up exploding. And I'm watching, keeping my eyes on Broly, because again,
All in my way.
I'm trying to make sure he doesn't
Everyone.
lose it. And so Broly, you know, he runs up and grabs his arm and headbutts him in the head. And causes the cyborg to get burned like this. Crash. Yeah, he reaches down, slams him around, and throw him into a nearby building, causing him to fall into a crop field. God, I didn't do enough on the battles today. And again, I just tell him, you know, keep your mind clear, okay, boy, you know, you got this. Then I'm trying, you know, I'm trying to cheer him on, because I want to make sure he knows, one, he's still himself, and two, he knows he's not alone, you know? Because, you know, in this, you know, Broly's my boy. He's my buddy. He's my bro. You stand by your bros, you know? God, I miss my bro. 13. Stop it. You're making me have to do this. Is that all you know how to do, 13? Enough. Be gone. Please hit. Yes! There we go. Anyway.
I am strong.
Cross, not aware the comms are still out, is like, you can do this, Broly. And Broly's, you know, keeping focus on the cyborg, who's just like, ha 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 ha. Well, that was a marvelous display of your brute force. And I just land over smiling at him like, not bad, big guy. Seems you kept up your training in my absence over the months. I can tell you got more, just remember to focus. Don't let him get in your head. You know, I just back off, you know, because I'm letting him continue his fight. And bro's just like, I'm trying not to right now. I'm just like, it's okay, I believe in you. You keep control and you can beat him. And the cyborg's just like, ah, so you're holding back, I see. Well, I want to see you at your fullest, so I might have to, so I might have a way to see it for myself. And having, you know, Cross having scanned the area, you know, he ends up appearing right next to Broly. He's just like, ready, big man? I'll do one more, because I don't want too much more on the Broly fight here. So I look over, and it's like, just remember what we practiced when I trained you back on the planet. This guy's gonna push any button, any and every button he can to set you off. I know you can take it. And Broly's just like, I know, I haven't forgotten, but if we're gonna beat this guy, I might have to take it up farther. And normally, I would probably say this is a very bad idea, given he has not trained in Super Saiyan form, where he won't go and rage berserk. There we go. I promise I'm not completely horrible at this game. Yes, I do admit I suck badly, but I'm not this horrible. Especially... Yeah, I promise I don't completely suck. I apparently just am having a really bad day on the site today. And I tell him, I trust you, big guy. I'm right here by your side till the end. If you need me to tag in, just say the word. And, I give him a smile and tell him we're a team. And just like, show this hunk of junk no data can measure to what you were saying. And Cross, he says, let's do this. And shows off a new technique, and apparently featuring the mastery of Silver Demon, and he calls it Silver Demon Evo type. The result of this one ain't gonna matter for a good reason. And Cyborg's like, finally. And believe it or not, Supreme Kai would happen to be there far from us, hovering in the sky, observing the fight.
I lost now.
Cross is like, you're that android from earlier. And I proceed to, I start scanning the area again, and I act like I actually act like I don't know she's there. I'm just like, so, you're here. I don't blow my cover or anything. I don't make it known. And I'm kind of talking lowly to myself here. I just calmly land and I keep watching the fight. I don't pay no attention. And I'm just like, I just hope you don't force my hand. If I have to, I will make the hard choice. And the cyborg is like, yes, you're that one with the strange form. Sorry, stretching here. Oh, stretch. Anyway. While he's saying that to Cross, Supreme Kai is looking at him closely like, where's the Dark Star ball? And Broly's like, enough, I'm tired of you. And he begins powering up till his hair flickers yellow. And I calmly sit and I start to meditate. And I still keep my eyes on the fight, because, again, not gonna blow my cover here. And the cyborg's like, couldn't agree with you more. And Cross is like, tell me everything you know about the Heavenly Kings. And Broly, he becomes Super Saiyan. So the cyborg's like, like I even know what that is. But does sound interesting. I just smile like, proud of you, Broly. You've come so far on your own. I know you can do it, buddy. When this is over, I'll see you get the life you want. And then I just kind of glance over at Cronoa, and I'm hinting that I'm aware of her being here. But I don't act. I just sit and I calmly watch the fight, because I turn my attention back to Broly and them. But I make sure she gets a hint, I know she's there. So Broly dashes towards him and starts punching at him. But he has to punch downward, because Broly's like 9, 10 feet tall, I think it was, in that form. And Cyborg has to raise his arm to block it, and jabs an elbow into his chin. Broly's like, Ch! And of course the Cyborg chuckles. So he makes an Omega Blaster in his hand, slamming over into the Cyborg's waist. And the Cyborg raises a knee up, blocking the blast in time to deflect it back at Broly, who slides back, feeling smoke coming off his chest. And I'm just like, so you're hiding your power too. And I'm watching the android trying to study his moves and all that. And Cross is like, now! And as soon as Broly gets pushed back, he charges in. So the cyborg, seeing it, starts trying to scan him. And then Cross yells, "No data!" And I try to, I try to talk into Broly's head, like, careful, he's holding back too. He wants to learn you. He's trying to learn our attacks, and sure, he can counter us. And Cross is like, what are you expecting to find out? Something out of that? And Cyborg's like, I can't find out the form you're in, but the recent data collected from the first encounter will do. Now, this is where things go downhill a little bit, people. Broly's not paying attention, and he's charging up a huge key spear in his hand, like, "Arrgh." And Cross is like, you'll find I've changed a lot from then. I'm more skilled, vicious, faster. Better than you. And Cyborg's like, that's what they all said till they met their end. And Cross is like, well, that's not gonna happen. So, knowing Broly's not listening, narrowing my eyes, I appear in front of him like, Broly, listen. He is scanning every move you make to learn your skills, your movements. He wants you to hit him with all you got so you can scan and find a weakness. This is where it shows it went downhill. He slams it right into my chest. And Cross grabs the spear of ki and he's like, calm down, big guy. And of course, the cyborg laugh. I'm like, haha. And Cross is like, actually, this gives me an idea. Grab this, and grab this, because this should be a hint of where this is going, folks. And of course, still on Namek. Anyway, I stop in midair. I'm just like, okay, big guy. Because, And I look over at Spring Kai. And I'm just like, give message to Gammy Girl. Tell me he has one day to come out of hiding like the coward he is, or I'll force him to come to me. I'm focused, but I have a obviously sad look on my face looking at her for a minute. Eh? Oh. Didn't see her arms move for a second, so it looked like they're just doing it naturally. Anyway. Oh, that's gonna suck. Oh, this is gonna suck. That's gonna suck. That's gonna suck. Suck. Anyway. I look over, like, what do you got, Cross? We gotta help him gain control. And I'm obviously meaning Broly. She just has a heavy sigh from the threat and warps between them. Cyborg's like, it's the Kai from last time. But much different. So Cross, he splits Broly's spear into two and tries to make an old version of a final Kamehameha. And he calls it the legendary Kamehameha. She raises a hand over at him, causing it to freeze. And then snaps her finger to reverse it back towards him. Which you would expect from the Kai of Time. So I'm watching. And I'm just like, know this, Cronoa. If I don't stop this, Beerus will destroy you and Demigod both. You even know you can't outmatch a destroyer. And I will see it doesn't happen. Even if it means my own death. That's how much I care for you. And so she's like, enough of your babble. I don't have time hearing you out. Hand over the Dragon Ball. That's right, folks. She thinks I have the ball. So, as much as I'd love to be evil and leave you on a cliffhanger, I'm not going to. Yet. I shake my head. I'm just like, sorry, but you know me better than that. The ball stays with me. He wants it, and I power up my base form. He has to come get it himself. And I end up appearing, swatting the Kamehameha away. So, you know, Cross doesn't get vaporized or something by it. Because, yeah. Not because he ain't strong, because, you know, he kind of got shot back at him, and I'm not sure if he's going to be able to react. And he's like, oh, heck yeah, that actually worked. So the cyborg's like, I won't be played by your tricks, Kai. And he fires multiple beams out towards her, starts rushing, swinging his fists at her. And she summons a portal in front of her, letting his fists go through him. And they end up appearing in front of the cyborg, aka he's hitting himself. And he's like, what? And falls to the ground. Cross is taken back. Broly's taken back and pulls his fists out of the portal. And she's just like, mindless brute as always.
Whenever you are, buddy.
So I try to use telepathy to contact Whis. And I even try to raise my energy. It's like, Whis, if you can hear me, I need you to say something. I need to know how to break this spell. And so she looks over, across her arms, like, you keep forgetting Dummy Girl blocked you off from contacting others, moron. I thought Whis already told you this by now, but still you don't listen. So Broly uses, he fires a beam out of his mouth. A gigantic shout. If you can guess from the Halo by now, I die eventually. Or very soon, I should. I know that's a bit of a spoiler, but I'm sure you guys all guessed that by now. There we go. Anyway. And then Cross is like, but Whis is an actual god, which, correction, he's an angel. Anyway, she forms a barrier blocking off Broly's attack, because he fired a beam at her. I hit the wrong attack, like an idiot. And she's like, you forget I'm a god as well, because she is technically a Kai of time. God of time. Ow. Anyway. And she's like, he's an angel, you are a Kai. There's a massive difference here. And she's like, just because your angels don't mean they can be fooled easily, you're dealing with the Keeper of Time. Now, I gotta edit something here real quick. But before I do, let's just continue this. This might seem melodramatic, but this was fitting at the time, okay? This was back on January. Yes, you're sitting in a part in January. I am way up there. As far as story roleplay wise, I'm not going to tell you if I live or if I'm even back from the dead. You're going to have to figure that out on your own. Or just request part 6 and find out that way. Anyway, I'm just like, fine. And I glare over at him. Like, then I guess it's time. That's right, folks. We're going there. I just go, Broly, Cross, I'm sorry. But if I must do this to end this war, so be it. And then I start gathering energy in my body. And I just look at her and I'm like, I'm sorry. Cronoa, I'm sorry I wasn't there for you. I'm sorry I failed you so many times, but consider this my final atonement. Yeah, that part right there is a huge hint. The final atonement thing, if that's not a huge giveaway, I don't know what is, people. I really don't. Unless you don't know Dragon Ball, then you're about to find out. So the cyborg, you know, he sees me charging up and takes it as an opportunity to get the heck out of the area. And she's just like, I'll find him later. So I'm sitting there dead in the eyes while I'm continuing to do this. And a tear starts going down my face because, you know, I'm just like, you don't care about losing me because you're not the same person I fell in love with. So you won't be bothered losing me. Say you'll come back all you want. We both know how this ends. And she's just like, you give me what I want before you end up killing yourself. So I'm just going to go to training for this part because there is no fighting back on this. Where is it?
Greetings.
And Cross is like, no, this ends only one. The only way time will end. Let this end. Yeah. And I smile, shaking my head like, not a chance, love. And I appear grabbing her and locking her in my arms. Yes, I pretty much go Cyberman mode and grab her, but you can guess the move.
Time to show you what I can really do.
Anyway, she's like, too bad, so sad. What? And Broly's like, huh? Because he's seeing this as well. And I turn looking at Broly, and I got obviously some tears going down my eyes because this obviously is going to suck. Let's be honest. And I go, I'm sorry, Broly, but I won't leave you a mindless beast all your life. Go be at peace, my friend. And I smile at him. It's like, you know, you'll always be my closest friend. Cross, tell the others I had to do it. And I end up clutching her closer tightly because I'm making sure she can't break free before I do. Yep. This. Yes, this part's accurate too, the turning to stone thing. And so her living actually is accurate too, you'll see in a second. So yeah, she's screaming out because it obviously hurts like heck. Cross yelling, if you were the true keeper of time, you would never let this happen. And I use my god key to pretty much cause a super violent explosion, taking pretty much me with it. Anyway, she'd be on the ground, some of her stuff would be torn, like, you know, the coat, yeah. It's either a coat or a vest. Basically some of her stuff would be torn. And her appearance would end up going back to normal. She'd be herself again. I, of course, would be turned to stone. Like so, and I'd end up crashing to the ground, turning to dust. And Broly would watch, seeing me turn to stone and remain motionless for a moment, before he actually reverts back to base, seeing that I was gone. Now, I'm dead. And Broly just saw this, and actually snapped back to sanity because of it. After a moment, he actually bursts out in anger in Legendary Super Saiyan, and has tears coming out of his eyes, punching the ground. And Cronoa's like, I'm such a fool, Draga, because, you know, she got taken. Cross comes over and is like, Cronoa, hang in there. And that, my folks, is where I'm going to leave it. There's still much more to go, but I hope you have enjoyed. And yes, there's still a cliffhanger to this, even at this point. And if you guys want a part 6 to find out what happens to the Supreme Kai, and if I'm ever going to come back from the dead, because for all you know, I've been dead this whole time. You don't know.
We'll decide which new hero we bring to Kanton City.
But
I'll be collecting
anyway,
votes during the voting period, so come see me.
if you want a part 6,
I look forward to
you know
everyone
what to do.
joining in on the fun.
I need at least 5 to 10 requests. Let me know in the comments below if you'd want a part 6. In the meantime, I will get a playlist set up for these 5 episodes. And if you guys want more, we will keep this series going. And I will... Excuse me, sorry. If you want a part 6, tell me in the comments below. Also like the video if you want. Subscribe for future content. And once I have the minimal, I will, when I am able, get you a part 6 to continue this. I hope you guys have enjoyed. I'm sorry it took so long. It took a bit to get the requests. Even though they came through Discord, but still. With that said, I hope you all have a wonderful day. I am probably gonna lay down and sleep for a little bit since it's so early. And if you have to go out, you know, stay safe. Wear your masks and be considerate. And until next time, God bless y'all, and I will see all of you next time.